Alright, y'all, so the video that's gonna start after this is the premiere that I was trying to upload the other night about Abby and Libby out of Delphi, Indiana. So anybody that's here now that was here the other night, thank you so much for your support and thank you for coming back. And if you're new, welcome. And now I'm gonna try to get YouTube to play fair and upload the video tonight. Hey y'all, True Crime with Sunshine. So I found an interesting article that was released about Abby and Libby, and I really want to share it with you guys. It's kind of a long article, but it's really informative, and it's from Daily Mail. So I'll go ahead and bring the article up. It says exclusive murdered Delphi teens were intended victims of botched child sex kidnap plot. Cops believe as investigators dig up dead cat to match hairs found on the girls to alleged killer's pet. Richard Allen was allegedly part of a child ring that was planned to kidnap and Liberty German 14 and Abigail Williams 13 in 2017. Allen has ties to pedophile Keegan Klein, who was previously named as a suspect. Both have also been linked to Ron Logan. The girls found on his property. The source says the police dug up Allen's cat to match the hairs found on the girls' bodies. Murdered Delphi teens Libby German and Abigail Williams were victims of a botched kidnapping hatched by members of a local pedophile ring. This is just one of the host of the disturbing new details, allegations that can be exclusively revealed by DailyMail.com, including gruesome details about how the girls died and that police dug up the prime suspect's dead cat in an effort to match the hairs found on their bodies. The revelations come just 2 weeks after authorities released the redacted version of the probable cause affidavit that led to Richard Allen's arrest. Allen, 50, was charged with 2 counts of murder on October 28th, 5 years after 14-year-old Libby and 13-year-old Abby were found dead in Delphi, Indiana on February the 13th, 2017. And then it has a gallery of photos of the girls. And the monster. Sorry about my voice, guys. Ron Logan. And we know Ron Logan passed in January. The Snapchat clip. The bridge. Memorial. Okay. So the article goes on, and of course here's some more photos, and it says DailyMail.com has learned that shortly after his arrest, one of Allen's neighbors recalled seeing the police digging in his yard. Now Daily Mail has been told they are digging up the family's dead cat, whose hair provided a match for the samples found on one of the victims. Carroll County Prosecutor Nicholas McLeland, has openly stated that he believes Allen is not the only actor involved in this. And as Allen has not been charged with kidnapping, prosecutors have alleged he attempted it. Now, sources close to the investigation have claimed that Allen was acting with at least 2 other men and was involved in a sex child ring. Last month, DailyMail.com revealed pedophile Keegan Kline, 28 of Peru, Indiana, who is currently awaiting trial of a slew of child pornography charges, was cooperating with state police and prosecutors in a bid to reduce his own charges. Sources told Daily Mail that the girls met Keegan Kline online. He arranged to meet them that day, but he didn't go. Instead, he set them up to be kidnapped for the porn ring. During one of these several police interviews reviewed by Daily Mail, Kline admitted to soliciting underage girls for nude pictures, catfishing them, posting as teenage girls Emily Ann or hunk actor model Anthony Schatz. It was as Schatz he communicated with German. Chillingly, Schatz was one of the last people to communicate with the girls before they took their fateful walk on the Delphi Moon and High Bridge Trail. Police interrogating Kline told him they did not believe he committed the murders, but he was protecting the identity of whoever did. Now the sources revealed that Kline has cut a deal with prosecutors. The search warrants on Allen's home and property were carried out based on Keegan's testimony. The source told Daily Mail exclusively. Indiana State Police Carroll County spokesman Sergeant Jeremy Pierce would neither confirm or deny any of the details when put him by DailyMail.com. He said law enforcement has not released any of those details or anything beyond what is probable cause. The source claims that Kline and from whose devices police retrieved a slew of child pornography knows Allen that met men who both lived in Peru, roughly 40 miles northwest of Delphi. The sources also claim that both men knew Ron Logan, whom police first pledged as a suspect in the killings after both girls' bodies were found on his property, some 1,400 feet from his home. An FBI search warrant served on Logan's home property dated March 17, 2017, revealed that on February 14th, the day after the killings, Logan asked a relative to provide him with a false alibi. He told a cousin to say that he and a friend had picked him up to take him to a fish store between 2 p.m. and 2:30 p.m. and that he didn't return home until 5:30 p.m. And there's the video to Libby's grandparents. Let's see, get it to where it's in one. Okay, so there.
I don't feel like I thought I would. I've always said that I would be screaming on the rooftops, but we're not. It's sad. While there's somebody that's been arrested, there is, our lives for 5.5 years have been in a search mode, and that's what we've done. And you get up and it's like, oh, we're not doing that anymore. So we're all just kind of feeling our way and figuring out what our purpose is now. What do we do next?
Why is it important to keep the tip line alive at this point?
Because I want every stone unturned, every bit of information that's out there pertaining to this case. I want the investigative team to have that information.
There's a report going around right now that this Mr. Allen actually processed some photos for the family. Accurate?
That is accurate.
Okay, and that he didn't charge the family when they came in to claim the photos?
That is correct.
Okay, so that's this sicko here. Processed the photos and didn't charge the family. Then it's got more photos of him, and of course we know this is the photo that has the suspect drawing behind him. Photos of Ron Logan. Okay, the last time the girls were known to be alive was at 2:13 p.m. when German made a brief call recording and now the infamous bridge guy approaching with the words, "Guys, down the hill." Logan's alibi was shown to be a lie, and text messages retrieved from his phone showed that he was out of his house and in the vicinity of the murders on the evening of February 13th. The FBI document also noted Logan asked his relative to lie for him in the following morning before the crimes were even discovered. Logan died at age 84 on January 24, 2022. He was never named as a suspect, but now sources have told Daily Mail that Logan, who had a history of violence against women, was involved. According to the source, investigators believe that the plan was for Allen to kidnap the girls, bring them to Logan's home, where he and allegedly Klein would them. They said the girls were supposed to be kidnapped for the sex ring, but that something went wrong, and he knifed one and almost decapitated the other. Logan and Klein never met the girls. Police have been tight-lipped about the girls' cause of death, saying only there was a lot of blood at the scene. Now Daily Mail has been told that the murder weapon was a knife and that both girls bled out. Speaking well ahead of the probable cause of the affidavit release, and the source revealed the girls were killed near the river, information since confirmed, but then moved and posted naked under a tree. The FBI search warrant served on Logan's home also included law enforcement's belief that the killer may have taken several souvenirs. Some more photos of the girls and bridge guy. Daily Mail has been told that the underwear and cell phone were taken from the scene. The newly released probable cause affidavit also reveals that one of the girls could have been heard saying the word gun. According to the source, the killer was wearing a gun on his waistband. Police recovered a Sig Sauer model P226 and well as knives from Allen's home. Allen's wife, Kathleen, 50, confirmed that the weapons were his. Forensic testing and unspent round found near the girl's body showed that it had been cycled through Allen's gun. According to the probable cause affidavit, even the bullet had never been fired. It bore a telltale and unique signs of being an Allen's weapon. The affidavit states between October 14, 2022 and October 19, 2022, the Indiana State Police Laboratory performed an analysis on Allen's Sig Sauer model P226. The laboratory performed a physical examination of classification of the firearm, function test, barrel overall length, measurement testing, ammunition component characterization, microscopic comparison, and the National Integrated Ballistics Information Network. The laboratory determined the unspent round within 2 feet of victim two's body had been cycled through Richard M. Allen's pistol. Allen could not explain how the bullet got through his gun, could have ended up there. He denied ever being on the property or having lent his gun to anyone. Allen has strenuously denied involvement in the killings, though he admitted to police that he was on the trail that day that the girls went missing. According to the probable cause affidavit, several youngsters saw him there ahead of the murders. His lawyers simply say he's the wrong guy. They have dismissed the probable cause affidavit as flimsy and described the forensics relating to the unspent bullet as junk science. Allen is also someone who his lawyers have asserted in the newly filed motion stands no chance of a fair hearing should his bond be conducted in Carroll County, Indiana. They argue that the likelihood of a tainted jury pool should be drawn from the girls in Allen's home county is excessive. They state that the best way to ensure a fair trial is to move at least 150 miles from Carroll County. The judge has not ruled on the motion. A bond hearing set for Allen, who is currently being held without bond, has been set for February 17th, and he is set to go to trial on March the 20th, 2023. And that's where it ends, guys. And, like, as y'all know, I have my opinion on Ron Logan, and I've got several videos about the girls and about the girls' case, and I'm not opposed to saying that Alan is sick. I mean, just printing the photos alone. And he was right there, and like I said, it was hiding in plain sight. These girls damn well better get justice. These two families have been bullied. They have been drug across the internet. They've been trolled. It's just sick what this case has been through. And those of y'all that have followed it from the beginning know what I'm talking about. And you can go back to earlier in my channel, and what I'll do is I'll link one of my original videos that I did for the girls on here. Delphi is just a little hometown. And this is a horrific murder, and this man lived right there, and it's infuriating, and I hope these girls get justice. But as always, guys, thanks for watching. Remember to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share out this video. If you see something, say something. It takes a village to raise a child. And always, always, always remember, never give up.